Welcome to Center Heist Productions. Please hit the likes and subscribe down below in your right hand corner. Muchly would appreciate that. Thank you to all my subscribers and followers. Please share it with your friends and family. If you come across the channel, please don't leave without subscribing and hitting the likes. Helps the channel grow in growth, muchly so, and it's muchly appreciated by me from the bottom of my heart. Thank you to all of you who have followed the channel. I want to wish you all a happy new year. 2026, prosperous year for you all followers and Habs fans. And hopefully 2026 is a really good year for you and each and every one of you. And again, even for the Habs. We take great pride here in our mission statement of focusing totally on factual information as it falls, not listening to gossip and focusing on it, because 99% it's just somebody wanting to catch a story that is full of old rope, has no substance, and 99%, 90% of the time, or to 99% of the time, it doesn't come to fruition. So we won't do that here, and they'll try to draw you in with clickbait. We don't do that here either. Okay, let's get to it. Now, last night we had Montreal into Carolina, and we know Carolina's always uh, a tough customer for Montreal. Usually they have our number for the most part. Again, very good solid game. Montreal comes out on top 7-5, which was a great team victory because they came back as they fell behind in this game and came back and stuck together and won this with a team effort. Very strong team effort. This was a good example of team effort. So that was nice to see us cash in and get the victory. Um, Again, there are areas where our team defensively has mistakes that are being made in our zone. And that's where I say the upgrade of a defense coach, and that's just my opinion, and a goaltending coach I think, would pay some dividends. Just my total opinion. I just think we could use an upgrade in that department. Not enough coaching experience on that end of the scale. So let's get to it. This was a good, solid game from Montreal. Okay, so we get the first period. Carolina outscores us 3-2. Second period, Montreal outscores Carolina 3-1, and then Montreal outscores them 2-1 in the final period to come out with a 7-5 victory. As I said, this game wasn't as straightforward as you think. So, here we go. First period, Carolina outshoots Montreal 10-5. Montreal repays the favor in the second by outshooting Carolina 11-8, and they were even in the third period, 7 apiece. And Carolina outshoots Montreal 25-23. So then we get to the scoring summary. Nick Suzuki gets the first one of the game at 3:10 into the game with a nice snapshot assisted by Texier and Blaze. Good looking goal. Oliver Kapanen in this line has just really impressed me. Assisted by Demidov and Slavkovsky. Puts them ahead at 4:06 with another nice snapshot from Kapanen. This line has just been, wow, super impressive. So then this is where Carolina gets the motor running. Nikolai Ehlers, which you wonder why Winnipeg ever let him walk. He gets a snapshot assisted by Nikishkin and Ahu. Who else? Who just seems to have a feast on Montreal every time when he plays us. And that was at 10:47 of the first. Then we had Ahu get one himself, assisted by Nystrom and Svechnikov, and that was at 12:19 with a nice tip in front of the net, and there was nothing the goaltender could do on that one. Andrei Svechinov scores as well, assisted by Ahu and Ehlers. Snapshot at 14:51. So that was a nice snapshot as well. Okay, second period we get Alexander Nikishkin scores one to put them ahead. Okay, at this point, I think they were 1-2. They were up on Montreal 3-2. Second period, Nikishkin scores, assisted by Ahu and Svechnikov at 54 seconds into the second period with a power play goal. And the first Eller's goal was on the power play as well. So these guys are dangerous on the power play. Montreal just cannot give up these at all. Then we go to Sammy Blaze, gets a beautifully nice goal the way this puck was set up at 5:01 brings us back into with a goal to 4-3, and that was at 5:01. Sammy Blaze gets another goal, which was his third of the season, assisted by Hudson and Gallagher. This was a pretty looking goal, short passes, and the way he jumped in, nicely done, and made no mistake where he was burying it. Cole Caulfield ties this thing up. This is by Texier for Caulfield's 20th of the season, 16-23, ties the game at 4 with a beautiful snapshot. Caulfield's just been money in the bank for Montreal. Then we get um, an assisted goal by Josh Anderson, which is nice to see him get one because it's his ninth at 16:46 with a nice wrist shot. So it's good to see Josh come out with one unassistedly as well. That was the end of the second. And that put Montreal up 5-4 going into the third, where Juraj Slavkovsky took it end to end. What a beautiful goal. He is showing so much promise in his development. Yes, he has some brain farts at moments, no doubt about it. However, his overall play, he's really helped to drive that line. And the chemistry between them is incredible. So he gets his 14th of the season at 11:20 with a beautiful snapshot as he goes end to end. Sits by Struble and Demidov. This was just a gorgeous goal. Not much space on the blocker side over the shoulder. There just was not much of an opening there, and he finds it. Good job on Slav, and good to see him maturing. Then, so that puts up Montreal 6-4, 2-goal lead. You knew that Carolina was going to pull out everything again, and of course, who again? Sebastian Ahu, assisted by Ellers and Miller. When they pulled the goaltender, that brought them within 6-5 at the 16:58 mark, and that nice snapshot. But our little Mister Fabulous Lane Hudson makes no mistake as he capitalizes on it after a face-off, and they were still Carolina. We still had the goalie pulled, or re-pulled, I should say. He went in for a second back to the net, but as the play moved down the ice, he went back into the net. Face-off was good for Montreal. Lane Hudson got it, picked it up, and he made sure when he fired it, he made no mistake. Wrist shot from his own end at the 18-minute mark, and that put the game away at 7-5. Great job by the Habs. This was just you don't like the amount of goals that come, no doubt about it. So Montreal's just got to watch their their discipline was a little off in the early going of the game, so they're going to have to watch that. Just because you can't give teams like this too many opportunities. And the 3 stars, no doubt about it. Well, Slavkovsky, and with 1 goal, 1 assist for 2 points. Aho, 2 goals, 3 assists. Incredible game by him. 5 points and 3 points, 1 goal, 2 assists by Svechnikov for 3 points. Those two right there for the Carolina are just phenomenal. And yeah, it was well deserved by at least a good choice of 3 stars. Yeah. Good game, good solid game, good performance, and forgive me for not pulling out my Habs jersey, but with the holidays on board, because I normally will wear the Habs jersey for the most part when we win, but I can't do it at the moment due to have items in blocking off my closet where my jersey is, and I'm not going to go through that until then. There's that's basically containers for Christmas stuff that's out for the holidays, so that should be put away in the next couple days. So I'll get that back and have access to my jersey. So forgive me for that. But anyway, great game for the Habs. Great promising. Like I said, these guys are showing some really good signs for a young squad. They're still, they do have their brain farts. Like I said, I honestly still say I would still like to see an upgrade for our defensive coach and an upgrade for our goaltending coach. And I know a lot of people may disagree. It's your opinion. You can leave your opinion on the game, what your thoughts are. But however, we're not all going to agree on everything. And that is my opinion. I am not sold out on our defensive coach, and I'm not sold out on our goaltending coach. So I'd like to see a change there. However, we're doing well with the youngsters overall. Good signs and growing pains we're going to have to go through, but this team will have to adjust things with getting larger. We're still beautiful games. We're showing a lot of heart and character. This is what I like, the growth. There's no quit. They come back. This is a good, solid, good signs for their future, but they will have to make their additions and get a little larger because they're just far too, I'd say, big teams can take advantage of them. So we'll see what happens there. But it looks good. Um, Team had a good, solid effort all the way around. I liked everybody's performance overall. Just a good team performance. So with that being said, you see it here at Center Heights Productions. We will catch you in the next episode when I believe we're playing on with Dallas, I believe. Yeah, I think it's Dallas. It's two big teams from the West Coast, and I know Dallas is one of them. So anyway, we'll give you the review on that, and Happy New Year's to you all as well again. And we will hopefully, we'll get another victory in the next game. Let's hope. Go Habs, go! You see it here at Center Ice where the puck drops first.